What's happening in Coachella Valley? This is Craig Campbell for CoachellaValley.com and here for another What's Happening in the Coachella Valley for you today, July 26th. So glad to have you guys here. Once again, one of my favorite events during Sunday. I'm just going to hang out and wait for a few of you guys to join me today. We have a lot to go over, lots of news both nationally and within the Coachella Valley. Lots of things happening here. So glad that you guys are joining me. I'm going to go on to my page right here, make sure I got you guys in my in front of me so I can chit-chat with you. There we go. Just hang on just a second. Be right with you. Thank you guys for joining me. This is Craig Campbell for CoachellaValley.com. It is July 26th. About 111 degrees expected for today. We're looking at 113 tomorrow. And throughout the next week, we are definitely seeing into the high 115, 16, 17. Hot weather continues through the Coachella Valley here. We are in the middle of the desert here in Southern California. 100 miles east of Los Angeles and about 100 miles northeast from San Diego. And what a great place to come and visit. Of course, this is one of the event capitals of the world and also golfing and all kinds of things. But we are in a lockdown that's covered over 4 months now, moving into our 5th month since our governor put us in lockdown. And we are still dealing with that on a daily basis. And throughout the Coachella Valley, we've been hit very hard, service industry, but restaurants and businesses that were once again open and been now returned to being closed unless they can perform outdoors are doing their best in this hot weather. I've had a great opportunity to go out and continue to go to different restaurants, see different things. Last night at Fortune's in La Quinta, Old Town La Quinta, was there about 6:30. The patio was absolutely full. I made reservations. This is one of the restaurants that you should call and actually make reservations ahead of time. Not every restaurant is like that, so make sure that you call before you figure it out. It was so nice to be able to sit outside in misters. It was 104 degrees yesterday at that time at 6:30, but the misters did bring it down to a much cooler, comfortable feeling, and it was so nice to be outside. People were having a great time. Fortune's wonderful, had some meatballs, chopped salad, and a little bit of wine, a little Turnbull Cabernet there. So it was really nice to get out, and need to let you know about Fortune's. Unfortunately, it is closing for August, so it won't be open, but you still have a few more days to be able to enjoy it. Some of the fish items are not on the menu anymore, but getting out and spending some time with your friends and outdoors, patio, those types of things, very, very wonderful for the health, just to be able to get out and do some things like that. So it's unfortunate that our mall is closed again. Of course, during the summer, it's so important to be able to get out in Westville Mall and to hike around and do things. Obviously, it's a very supportive, both of the health and a great place for people to be able to keep cool and keep moving. So during COVID, that's the toughest thing, is keeping exercise and moving for myself and keeping healthy. Started a routine of swimming some time ago, and now that my pool's back open, I'm able to do that daily. My gym, unfortunately, that I have where I live is not opened up again, and so that's been very frustrating and challenging, having to work around a normal routine and doing different things, but still not the same. And so I'm looking forward to some of those things returning, and hopefully that will be soon. All right, I'm going to go check over the pages and see if you guys are chit-chatting with me. My name is Craig Campbell for CoachellaValley.com and Today'sCalifornia.com. My co-host, Francoise Rhodes, will be coming on Today's California. She will be delivering her show from ACT Tours up in Joshua Tree, visiting with the guys up there. They're going to tell you everything about the travel industry and what you need to know during the pandemic and what is transpiring, what deals are out there. Are cruise ships still going? Should we be getting on planes? Are RVs the way to go? Francoise Rhodes will be giving you all that information. Today's California Facebook page right after we finish and conclude here on Coachella Valley. Just give me a second. I'm just going to bring this over to a couple of the other pages so that everybody can enjoy it. So I just shared over to Traveling with Francoise, and now I'm going to go ahead and share this live to Today's California for those that are viewing on that particular channel. So thank you guys so much. We had over 3 million people react to our Facebook page, share, comment, or react to a story that we posted in February so far on our Facebook channel. Thank you so much. Over 3 million people. We've been streaming regularly. We had 3 different acts, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Last night you would have seen Alex Harrington come back again. It was incredible. Pirro was in on 6th Street in Coachella, California, streaming in the evening. Was just a wonderful, over 10,000 views for Pirro. And then on Thursday, we had Dylan Thompson from Los Angeles. And that was just so much fun to see him streaming right here. We're going to continue to stream live here. Most of our streams are getting between 5,000 and 20,000 views. Very popular. If you are a musician or have an interest in streaming on our show, make sure you DM us and contact us, because we love to support local artists and artists around Southern California, music, and being able to entertain you guys that are tuning in and joining us every Sunday right here, 11:11, for what's happening in the Coachella Valley. We're right in the Palm Springs area, and this is the home of Coachella and Stagecoach. Of course, those have been canceled and moved to 2021. In addition to that, here in the Date Festival, we just learned, I believe on Friday, they announced, it might have been yesterday, the Date Festival is postponed until 2022. Can you believe that? Scheduled for the end of February, the National Date Festival here, 75 years. 2022 will have been here 75 years. This would have been the 74th year, and it's been canceled. What they're blaming it on is that particular facility there at the grounds there, the Riverside County Fairgrounds, is being used for COVID testing, has been for quite some time. And as a result, that is not going to conclude until January. So the officials of the Date Festival didn't feel that they had enough time to actually put together everything and plan accordingly. And they were concerned that those dates for testing might even be pushed forward. So if they had put together the entire Date Festival and then it was canceled last minute, they decided to avoid that. Date Festival now, 2022. Let me see here. I'm going to take a look at your guys' comments, see if you guys are chit-chatting with me here. Appreciate it. There's over, I see 53 on the live right here. We got another 100 from Today's California Watch Party. Thank you guys for joining us there. Hey, Anita, thank you for joining in. I appreciate you tuning in. Please invite your friends. Hey, Vicky, good morning to you. Thank you for tuning in. Always appreciate you guys watching and rooting us on and participating as we're talking. So, yes, definitely invite your friends. Thank you so much. Once again, Anita, you were very cool as well. So, Anthony Enriquez, yes, where's my fine partner? Now, you know what? Of course, with the new lockdown that recently happened, we're at a studio right now, so we're back at, I'm back at my house, obviously reporting from Palm Desert. Francoise Rhodes, my co-host, is decided to go up to Joshua Tree to interview her ACT tour sponsors about travel and information. And so make sure you tune in to Traveling with Francoise and also Today's California, where you're watching this watch party right now for her show. And hopefully she'll be back. She didn't let me know until last minute, so I wasn't expecting it. But hopefully I'll give you good information today and some a little bit of entertainment, and it's not the same without her. So we do miss her. Thank you, Anthony, for mentioning Francoise Rhodes. Traveling with Francoise, usually co-host this show with me. So, hey guys, let me tell you what else is happening here. I've put down a few things. We're nearly 100 days away from election. Obviously, gonna be a part of the news cycle along with the pandemic and opening and closings and all the different information that's out there. Had a chance this week to eat, I already mentioned this, at Fortune's, which is closing in August, and that's Old Town La Quinta. P.F. Chang's did their patio for the first time. Fantastic, really, really open environment, easy to walk into. There was no reservations required, and I was able to slip right in there and get served out there in the patio underneath the misters. Very, very comfortable evening there at the river. Highly recommend it. Pirro's Pizza Vino on El Paseo, new find for me. They have a patio, but it's actually kind of enclosed, and it's a neat environment. I've been doing it late afternoon. They don't have very much seating capacity. They could really use your help out there at Pirro's Pizza Vino. But what I really like about it is it's a small patio, and that small patio is enclosed, and it keeps some coolness in there that's really enjoyable. And I've done that a couple of times. Highly recommending it. Be there on Tuesday for another meeting, trying to support as best I can local businesses, and of course stay socially distanced and safe, which all these restaurants seem to have their protocol down pretty good. You can get in, get out, and very efficient in the things that they're doing there. So a couple of restaurants for your eating pleasure. And I wanted to ask you guys a quick question. Anybody know anything about trigger finger? Trigger finger. So I have a trigger finger. I don't know if it's coming from just all the use that I'm using on my cell phone, but anybody that has any experience with trigger finger, I'm open to hearing how to get it cured. I did end up with a steroid shot just about 10 days ago. It's given me a little bit of help, but it hasn't really knocked it out yet. So anybody have any suggestions on trigger finger for me? I'd really appreciate that. I wanted to give a thank you to our contributors, also the people that helped me run this page and our brand. Thank you to Elizabeth Gibbs, who's been doing the calendar for quite some time, and I appreciate all the hard work and effort that she's put in supporting the page, even during this time that the events, many of our events have been canceled or turned to virtual. I really do appreciate her support and help. I want to thank Kelly Darrow, who is major league in really making sure our brands, all those beautiful pictures and videos and the things that you send in, Kelly's working on those things, sorting through them, oftentimes replying to your comments and chit-chatting with you, and I just so much appreciate Kelly out of San Diego. She's working there virtually. That's the neat thing about digital online media. We are the #1 influencer here in the Coachella Valley with nearly 750,000 fans across 9 different brands. And Kelly, you are a big part of that. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Sean Flanagan, our engineer, when we're doing lives together. Appreciate you and all the work and effort in learning and helping us continue to bring live broadcasts to this new world. Self-broadcasting and the ability to share directly to you, the consumer, and those fans that are listening to us. It's just a great world, and thank you so much for Sean for helping us with that. Mike Hogan for keeping the website up and the server safe and everything working well. He's been working real hard over the last couple months on our behalf to speed things up, and we've been moved to a dedicated server because we've had so many people, over 3 million reach just in July, people that have commented or shared or responded to a story or post, a video or picture that we put out there that many times have been provided by you guys. I want to thank many of our contributors, Daniel Burr, Laura Green, of course, Jill Hayes, who's been just prolific over the years in supporting this page and working together. I haven't really actually seen her, I was just thinking about this, in over 2 years. I haven't been working directly with Jill Hayes for over 2 years, but continue to enjoy all of her mischief on our pages. And she's very prolific in photography and really sharing a lot of things that are going on around town. Make sure you follow her over there at Jumping Jill. That's her page. And hopefully we can continue to get her to share with us here. Let me see here. Eric Von Hayden, we thank you so much as he continues to put out a lot of photos and shares with us and our other thousands of contributors. We thank you. This page would not be what it is if you guys were not sending in your photos and your videos to us on a regular basis. So thank you so much. You can messenger us them, or you can obviously send them to publisher@CoachellaValley.com. Lots of different ways. You can DM us. We're always here and available to answer your questions, and we love your involvement. So, hey, I want to thank my sponsors, Escape Room in Palm Springs. They're still happening, if you can believe that. It's super nice. They've done so many things. What a great opportunity to take your family right there near downtown Palm Springs, near the tramway road there, to be able to go in, and it's 7 days a week. You can go in. I think their first reservations are August 1st. I do think they're taking a break this week, but I ask that you guys go over to escapeps.com, and I think you would find a very, very fun and enjoyable activity, and that's the escape room. You're never locked in. You can go with yourself and one other person if you like, or you can bring up to 8 or 10. It's a great team building experience, group experience. They will take you through all the safety things. Escape PS, you can register right there. So don't forget, there is entertainment still happening here in the Coachella Valley. That's one of them, escapeps.com. We broadcasted a couple of days ago, or a couple of weeks ago, from the Windmill Tours, the Palm Springs Windmill Tours. So windmilltours.com. What a great opportunity for you guys to do your own actual drive tour. That's what they have available for you right now. It's very exciting. 13 different stations. You can learn everything that you ever want to know about turbines, windmills, and at the end, there's just this amazing overview look, photo opportunity of the aquifer where the water is running down Whitewater River and into the underground ocean that is the aquifer here in the Coachella Valley. I'm Craige Campbell for CoachellaValley.com. I thank you guys for joining me. And we are doing this every Sunday at 11:11 live, talking about the events, news, and the positive people, places, and things that are going on in the Coachella Valley. Of course, we've been a little bit limited. We are an event news reporting company, and a lot of the events have been canceled or moving to streaming. You can always check our event page, and also on Facebook, you'll see our streaming events that come up. We had 3 last week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, all DJs spinning for about an hour. Was really fantastic for each and every one of those. And of course, we replay them through the week, and you can catch them on our Facebook page and replay them at your own desire as well. Stream them to your own television, or stop them, pause them, replay, fast forward them. That's the cool thing about the lives and the streaming that we do here on Facebook. So, once again, thank you to D-Tomp, Cavero Garcia, and Alex Harrington for streaming live and doing an incredible spin that they gave us this particular week. And we've been talking to Jetta King, Michael Keith, Courtney Chambers, Megan Van Dyke, Dougie Vincent, and Michael E. Carr about, also Jessica Von Rabbit, about coming back out and streaming with us. If you're a musician or know a musician, just reach out to us. We're loving to support local acts, and our fans are absolutely just thriving on them. Quivera, over 10,000 views on his Friday night stream there in Coachella, California on 6th Street. Was very, very neat and exciting time. So, you know, a little bit about the weather. We're going to be 111 today, 113 tomorrow, and heating up to 118 by next weekend. That's our general summer. It is very hot here. We started off very early. We had temperatures in the hundreds starting in April this year, and it just seems to have continued on along with the pandemic. Apparently, the heat has not done its job in killing the pandemic as we had all hoped. So, Hey, Wendy, thank you for joining me. How are you doing? Hope all the music and things that you've been up to are paying off for you. Hey, Gary Schwartz, thank you. Appreciate it. Good morning to you. Liz Joyce, hi to you. Hey, Dan, what's going on? Good day to you, Mr. Scanny. I appreciate you joining me and staying with me during this time. And oh, Anita, vote, vote, vote. That's right. 100 days before the election. Obviously, very important election. Might be one of the most important in our lifetime. Thanks, Francoise. My opening music was kind of fun. I appreciate that. Hey, Lori Green, what is going on? Appreciate you joining in. Magnesium for my trigger finger. Okay. Recommend Calm. Now, I assume Calm is a brand. I had mentioned earlier that I've been struggling with the trigger finger. I did have a steroid shot. It did help me, but it hasn't fully cured. So magnesium is being recommended. So I'm going to have to talk to my doctor and see what they suggest, and maybe I'll start taking some magnesium. I really appreciate the help and the support. So Windmill Tours, our sponsor, make sure you reach out to them, windmilltours.com. See what they have there offering. It's another great opportunity. Escape Room PS, I already mentioned to them. And I want to give a shout out to the Yard House at the river, another sponsor. Picked up a few of my meals, and we've done some lives over there. As far as a location goes that is consistent and open, Yard House I've really enjoyed. They have a patio outside, and they've expanded it actually and taken over a part of the river complex out there. Open till like I think 11:30 almost every single night, which gives you a super opportunity to be able to eat late and for it to cool off. So one of my favorites there still, the Yard House, and I thank you so much for their sponsorship and support of the Coachella Valley. So. You know, we saw wildfire broke out yesterday, Saturday, near the Palm Springs Tram Road. 200 acres, 212 acres as of this morning, about 10:30 burned, according to the fire department. 50% contained. They expect that it will be taken care of today and fully contained. So that is out there on Highway 111 near Tram Road. Some closures there where we continue to fight a brush fire that started yesterday about 6:30 in the morning there in Palm Springs. We've been tracking Hurricane Hannah, which made landfall in Texas region. Let's see, when did it hit? I guess it, Category 1 storm. It's the first of the season. Winds could reach 110 miles an hour, and it made landfall on Padre Island about 60 miles north of the U.S.-Mexico border with winds of 90 miles an hour. So hurricane season has already now begun here in officially the United States with Hurricane Hannah. Sports are coming back, but prep sports are being pushed to 2021 across California. CIF, I mean, we're talking about football not starting until January. Imagine up in Big Bear where it might be actually snowing, that they might actually begin their football season 2021. So prep sports, CIF prep sports are being pushed to 2021. We are seeing Major League Baseball return along with Women's National Basketball Association. They returned this week with from a long hiatus. The good news is there are cardboard cutouts in the seats in place of fans. And I've also heard that you can pay many of these, like Major League Baseball, you can give them $100 and they'll take a picture of yourself and put it up there as one of the fans as the cutout. So one way for them to raise money and just a unique way for fans to participate is that you could be a cutout, a cardboard cutout for $100 for different sporting. I'm sure each major league team, pro team probably has their own ideas about it, but I just thought that was one of the cool ideas. You guys made the Major League Baseball opener one of the most watched and viewed since 2011. So that's how much people were looking forward to seeing sports return on television. Major League Baseball and WNBA did return. We see the NHL, I believe. Let me see here. I wrote it down. The NBA, of course, and the men's and the NHL are going to restart their seasons next weekend. So it's coming up here. And LeBron James is looking greater than ever, we hear. So we'll see what happens when the Clippers and the Lakers return for their first game coming up for the NBA soon. So, as we know, our kids aren't going anywhere. Schools were closed, and that was announced last Friday. Some elementary schools are looking for ability to open up and maybe provide some in-school, in-classroom education, but for the most part, California schools will be closed for the remainder of 2020. Just looking through some of your stuff. Mr. Stenquist, he hates sports. Well, I guess he doesn't have to worry about that then. Anita's telling me that there's a fire up there. She could see that fire from DHS burning up on the hill there. This is the one we mentioned just a little bit earlier. 50% contained. They are expecting it to be contained today. It's called the Tram Fire. Started yesterday, a brush fire. It's about 212 acres and still burning as the beginning of this broadcast. So someone was asking me if I do feel safe in environments, both in restaurants and out and about. I absolutely do. I've seen the social distancing. I know that pictures oftentimes don't make it look like people are distancing, but really people are wearing their masks, sitting outside, wearing their masks until they sit down. They need to put their mask on if they get up in that public environment, say to use the restroom or walk through the restaurants. That seems also well enforced, and for the most part, people are very excited about being out. And people do want to talk to us and talk to me, but a lot of times I'm making sure that I stay distanced from them while I'm eating and things like that, just so that I'm safe and that everyone else around me is safe. I have just found that wherever I've gone, I'm going to try to return to the beach. I've been to Coronado, San Diego, Encinitas, Newport Beach, the peninsula there in Balboa Island, different locations to check out and see what the environments are like at the beach and the attitudes surrounding it. For the most part, the beaches have not been that crowded, and as a result, there's been plenty of room, especially like in Orange County and Newport Beach, where the beaches are just so open. Coronado, so big, so much room to be able to spread out and enjoy walking, getting in the water. Places like Coronado, you can bring your dog and other things like that. So it does seem like many people are flocking to the beaches here in California or going to cooler areas here from the Coachella Valley. Many of my friends are either vacationing there, staying there, or already have second homes in those locations for the summertime because it's so extreme here. I'm looking forward to trying to get to the beach again this week. Check it out and bring you guys some lives and just report from there. It just feels so good to the skin and allows me to get out and exercise and do things. I'm still doing that here. I get up early in the morning and try to get a couple miles in and then head into the pool sometime during the day just to be able to cool off and enjoy that and stay as healthy as possible. It has not been easy. I'm going to admit it for myself. I know some are losing weight and getting in better shape. I feel that I lost some ground during my COVID bid. But it's not over, and every day is a new day, and I continue to check the box of walking and swimming, although I didn't do it this morning because I wanted to make sure I was ready for you guys, and here I am. So thank you guys for tuning in. This is Craig Campbell for CoachellaValley.com. Make sure that you tune in for on todayscalifornia.com. Todayscalifornia.com will take you right to the Today's California Facebook page for Traveling with Francoise, which is coming up right after this show. So this is Craige Campbell for CoachellaValley.com. I'm going to head out and let this be a little bit of a shorter show. And I hope you guys have enjoyed some of the information. Don't forget the Date Festival's closed. And make sure to find your favorite restaurant tonight, maybe downtown Palm Springs or somewhere within the Coachella Valley. Support your local businesses. Wear your face mask. Physically distance. Continue washing your hands and doing all the right things so that we can get back out into a more normalized world and continue to find creative ways and supportive ways to live life and enjoy yourself. My prayers are with you guys. Thank you once again. This is Craige Campbell for CoachellaValley.com. See you around.